For the last time of the 2023 season, we are live here for the season finale for West Perry softball as they are taking on the the Juniata Indians live here in the season finale in a non-conference matchup at West Perry High School. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. And my oh my, where does the time go, ladies and gentlemen? This is our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year, as we are set for non-conference action between West Perry Mustangs and the Juniata Indians here at West Perry softball field. The West Perry Mustangs come to this season finale with an overall record of 5 wins and 14 losses. They finished the Mid-Penn Capital Division season with 3 wins and 11 losses in that division. The Juniata Indians, as hot as they come, 17-2 overall. Their only 2 losses of the year were against 2 of Tri-Fire League teams. And so we are getting set here for a big one here. Juniata Indians qualifying for the Tri-Fire League playoffs. They are 14-2 in the Tri-Fire League. And we are set here. West Perry coming off a tough loss on home this past Thursday at home against Greencastle Antrim in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division finale, as the Mustangs lost 7-1 to the now Mid-Penn Colonial Division champion Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. The Juniata Indians coming off a huge win yesterday on the road at Susquehanna, and the Blackhawks gave the Indians a run for their money, but the Indians got 1 run in the second inning, and that was enough to beat Susquehanna by a score of 1-0. The big player to keep an eye on for Juniata has to be the pitcher, ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Geisher. She will be batting second in the lineup, and she will be the starting pitcher for the second consecutive day, and she has been fantastic. She has a career total of 718 strikeouts. She had 17 strikeouts yesterday against Susquehanna in a complete game shutout. And for Juniata, they have 2 losses. The first one was back on March 31st at Messiah University, taking on Upper Dauphin. The Trojans winning that one 6-1. And then just this past week, the Juniata Indians lost a surprising loss at home against East Juniata back on May 11th, just a couple of days ago. And so Juniata looked to get back into their winning ways. They dominated well yesterday. And so here we go. The West Perry Mustangs already out on the field. We're getting set to go. And we'll have the starting lineup announced here as we go along. And here to lead off for Juniata is the catcher, number 22, Reagan Lowry. Addie Weiss is the pitcher for the Mustangs. And the first pitch to Lowry is upstairs for ball 1. Here's the lineup for Juniata Indians. Reagan Lowry batting right now. She is the catcher. Elizabeth Geisher, as we mentioned, is the starting pitcher, and she'll be batting second. Batting third will be Alexia Franz, the shortstop wearing number 18. Batting fourth will be the third baseman, number 23, Savannah Marshall. Batting fifth will be the center fielder, number 7, Sherilyn Armstrong. Batting 6th will be the designated player, number 19, Sophie Smith. Batting 7th will be the right fielder, number 17, Ava Loffer. Batting 8th will be the left fielder, number 2, Riley Leiter. And batting 9th will be the second baseman, number 8, Cheyenne Kirk. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. That last pitch was fouled off, so 2-1 now. Addie Weiss, the freshman star for the Mustangs, had a pretty decent season a really good season for her freshman year. Had a couple of big wins, and so West Perry will be looking for a big upset here potentially. Juniata, heavy favorites. But one thing that makes Juniata stand out is that they have a fantastic pitcher in Elizabeth Geisher, but their offense doesn't produce a whole lot. A great example of that was yesterday for Juniata against Susquehanna, only getting 1 run. That was back in the second inning yesterday at Susquehanna, and so it's going to be one of those games where one run could be enough to get this win. And here's a pop-up, and that's going to be caught by Jada Swarner at second base, and that is how the game will get started. I'll pop out for the first out. Here comes Elizabeth Gaisher, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have more to talk about her pitching stats in the next half inning when she comes up to pitch. But we can tell you right now, Elizabeth Gaisher, a great pitcher, one of the best in the history of the Tri-Valley League. And the scary thing about Elizabeth Gaisher, ladies and gentlemen, is she's only a junior. So she still has one more year left. She already committed to playing Division I college softball at Fordham up in New York. And there's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 and swing, ground ball. That will get up to center field for a base hit. Emily McCurdy getting a throw into Taylor Lufer, and it's a one-out base hit for Elizabeth Gaisher for the first base runner of the game. Defensive alignment here for the West Prairie Mustangs. Addie Weist is the pitcher. Molly Nelson catching the ball behind the plate. The senior Alexa Frederick over at first base. Jada Swarner over at second. Taylor Lufer is over at shortstop. The senior Carly Cleveland is out on third base. And there's a ground ball for ball one to Alexia Franz. Pitch running for Juniata is number 11. And we do not have a number 11 on our Juniata roster here. Or maybe I'm just reading the number wrong, but you got long hair behind the jersey there. 2 balls and a strike here to Franz. And a swing and a miss down low for strike 1. Okay, I was reading the number 1. It's the pinch runner here for Juniata is number 4, Kaylin Brown. Runner on first with 1 out. And that's pitching it dirty. Gets away from Molly Nelson. And so Kaylin Brown is going to go over to second on a wild pitch. 3 balls and a strike here to Alexia Franz, the Juniata shortstop. Game time temperature here for this one. A little bit on the warmer side, a little bit humid, but it's still good weather. The weather is holding up. There was some rain earlier this morning, but it's holding up just fine. There's ball forward to Alexia Franz. Game time temperature is at 70 degrees. So up next here is Savannah Marshall. Juniata third baseman. Runners are first and second with only 1 out, and there's ball 1 in the dirt. West Prairie Junior Varsity Baseball is having their JV play day today. We got 4 different teams here at West Prairie for the Junior Varsity Day. If you look over to the right, you'll see a couple of baseball players over on the JV baseball field over there. You got Mechanicsburg taking on Susquehanna. And then over at the varsity baseball field, you got West Prairie taking on New Oxford. And that was a strike apparently. 2 balls and a strike. To Savannah Marshall. Runners are first and second with only 1 out. Here's the next pitch, a line drive, and that will get foul for strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Juniata third baseman. West Prairie Baseball getting a huge win on the road yesterday at East Juniata. Mustangs cruised to a 12-1 victory in 5 innings. And now it's a full count to Savannah Marshall. Just getting started here at West Prairie High School. West Prairie Baseball again getting a big win yesterday on the road at East Juniata. And there is strike 3 called. That's a big out number 2. The pitch looked a little bit low, but West Prairie will take it. And there's two away now with runners at first and second for Sherilyn Armstrong. Armstrong, the Juniata center fielder, and now Molly Nelson's got to come out to Addie West to talk things over before this at bat. For West Prairie, this is their final game of the season and their last home game, and especially this is the last game for our three seniors at West Prairie. Emily McCurdy is out at center field, and Alexa Frederick, the first baseman, and Carly Cleland over at third base. This will be their last game in a West Prairie uniform. Carly Cleland, as we all know, is going to play in the college level. She will be playing at Lancaster Bible. And here's the first pitch swinging, and ground ball to Taylor Lufer's got to be in time. Throw first is in time, and that will end the inning. 6-3 put out ends the first inning. We're going to the bottom of the first. West Prairie counting the bat in a scoreless ball game. Back here now for the bottom of the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the West Prairie Mustangs. Leading off will be the senior center fielder, number 10, Emily McCurdy. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 5, Lauren Foster. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 4, Taylor Lufer. Batting fourth will be the senior first baseman, number 17, Alexa Frederick. Batting fifth will be the catcher, number 11, Molly Nelson. Batting sixth will be the pitcher, number 18, Addie West. Batting 7th will be the designated player, number 16, Ashton Krauser. Batting 8th will be the senior third baseman, number 8, Carly Cleland. And batting 9th will be the second baseman, number 2, Jada Swarner. Ashton Krauser is the designated player, and she is hitting for our right fielder, number 3, Shay Dyer. So here is Emily McCurdy, the best hitter on the West Prairie team, and here's one of the reasons why. A ground ball for a bunt single and 9 time. A great effort there by the third baseman. There's a fan Marshall barehanding in, but throws 9 times, so it's an infield single for Emily McCurdy. So up next here is Lauren Foster. We made a critical mistake the other day on Thursday for West Prairie softball. One of our fans commented giving a shout out to one of our coaches, and I accidentally mixed around the coaches a little bit, and so we want to give a special shout out. Lauren Foster was looking for a base hit, but goes out of play for strike one. So we want to give a shout out right now to all the coaches involved for West Prairie softball. Of course, we all know our West Prairie head coach Corey Shope, and he is assisted by Denny Wansick. Denny Wansick over at first base. That's the first base coach. And Emily McCurdy off to the races, and she'll have a stolen base. Denny Wansick, you probably remember that name prior to coming here to West Prairie. Wansick was the coach at Central Dauphin, where he won the state championship for the Central Dauphin Rams back in 2019. And there's call strike 3. Lauren Foster down on strikes. And that is the first strikeout of the day for Elizabeth Geisher. So Elizabeth Geisher, we got to give some stats here for this pitcher. She's only a junior. She's already committed to play Division I college softball at Fordham. And listen to what she has done this season. Like this season alone, she has 3 perfect games. As a pitcher, she's done it twice against Halifax and once against St. Joseph's Catholic. And she also has 2 no-hitters on top of that. 1 no-hitter against St. Joseph's Catholic Academy and 1 against the Greenwood Wildcats. So you got 5 games this season without allowing a hit, and 3 of them being a perfect game. It really is unbelievable. And as of right now, with that strikeout, that's career strikeout number 719. That is unbelievable. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here to Taylor Lufer. And Lufer is down on strikes. 720. Back-to-back strikeouts after get up a base hit layoff single to Emily McCurdy. And here comes another senior, Alexa Farvig. And there she looks at ball 1. 720 strikeouts for Elizabeth Gager. That has to be a school record, ladies and gentlemen. That has to be a Tri-Valley League record. And she's only got to keep getting better and better. And from what we know, from what we heard from the Juniata coaches, she can throw as hard as 65 miles per hour. You know how fast that is? That is the Major League Baseball equivalent of a 95 miles per hour fastball. That is just unbelievable. And Alexa Ferrick unable to catch up to that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gager yesterday at Susquehanna had 17 strikeouts. Is this going to be 721? Yes, it will. Unbelievable. Strikes out the side after giving up a layoff base hit from Emily McCurdy. So the Westbury Mustangs might have their work cut off for them here as we are scoreless heading into the 2nd inning. You are watching Westbury Softball season finale against the Juniata Indians exclusively on the Westbury Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the 2nd inning here today. Very quickly back here for the 2nd inning. The Westbury Mustangs got a leadoff base hit from Emily McCurdy on a bunt single. And then the 3 straight batters striking out in the wrap-up of Elizabeth Gager. And so here we go. A 2nd inning coming up here. 6, 7, 8 hitters do that for the Indians as Sophie Smith, the designated player for the Indians, is leading us off here in the top of the 2nd. And there's ball 1. And the next pitch from Addie Weist is up high for ball 2. Trivia time here for our Westbury Athletic Park broadcast, our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year. And today your question is this. This is an interesting one because we have a District 3 team going up against a District 6 team. So this was the idea for our trivia question for today. When was the last time a District 3 team and a District 6 softball team won a state championship in the same year? And so here's a ground ball. Taylor Lufer makes the grab, and throw first is going to be in time. Another nice play for Taylor Lufer. The 2nd inning starting the same way it ended the first, where it ground out to Taylor Lufer, and that was the first out. Here's Ava Lawford now, junior right fielder. And here's a called first strike from Addie Weist. Very crucial in this game, especially against Juniata, who has been red hot. Only 2 losses for them. Back was in the first week was when they got their first loss in a special game over at Messiah University. They were taking on the Upper Dauphin Trojans in a Tri-5 League matchup at Messiah University, and the Trojans were victorious by a score of 6-1. Then, just a couple of days ago, May 11th, at home against East Juniata, the Indians lost by a score of 2-0. They only time they've been shut out this season, but then they bounced back with a big win yesterday against Susquehanna. And it's 0-2 now here to Averloffer. As we mentioned, Juniata softball already clinched a playoff spot in the Tri-5 League playoffs. Here's another ground ball, Taylor Lufer, and back-to-back. That's 3 straight plays to Taylor Lufer. And that's the second out of the inning. Up next here is Riley Leiter. A lot of Juniata fans making a trip here today. No very big trip for Juniata to be here. Over at Mifflintown, I believe that's where they are. And so there is strike one. And this is a Juniata team that doesn't produce a lot of offense. But when you have a great pitcher, you really don't need a lot of offense. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Riley Leiter. Again, this might be one of those games where 1 run could be enough to win it. And so there is strike 2. We have an interesting way for a home plate umpire. We forgot to get his name, unfortunately. That's something we always try to get our names of our awesome umpires here. We forgot to do that here today. And so there's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's a ground ball over to Jada Swarter. Underhand flow over to Alexa Fleming. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. 3 ground balls, 2 to Taylor Lufer and 1 to Jada Swarter. We are going to the bottom of the second. Still in a scoreless ball game. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second coming up here, the West Platte Mustangs coming up with 5, 6, and 7 hitters stood up. Here comes Molly Nelson. Molly Nelson, not great behind the plate, but whenever she hits the ball, she hits it hard, ladies and gentlemen. So she has that power to get over the fence here at West Perry. And so Molly Nelson looking at strike 1. I did talk to the West Perry team earlier today about Elizabeth Gazer, and they say it's like she just goes right after pitches, after the batters. Like she goes for a first pitch strike every single time. So you do what you want in the first time you come up, but then might be time to start getting used to swinging at the first pitch. And so there's a swing and a miss right there for strike 2. And Gazer has been unbelievable. All right, 3 strikeouts already. And looking for 4 straight, and there it is. 4 straight strikeouts for Elizabeth Gazer. And there's out number 1. Remember, Elizabeth Gazer yesterday at Susquehanna threw over 100 pitches, and she had 17 strikeouts. Every single out already here has been a strikeout. 4 up, 4 down, after giving up a leadoff base hit from Emily McCurdy. And there's strike one to Addie Weist. Here's the 0-1, and it's right there. No, ball one. 1-1 here. With 65 miles per hour, how can you practice for that? Not many teams experience great pitching like this. Juniata with Elizabeth Geisher, they could be a favorite to make a long run in the District 6 playoffs and perhaps in the state championships. The top two teams in District 6 and AAA qualify for state playoffs. Right now, the Indians, none of that matters right now. Juniata, by the way, this is a surprising fact. They have never qualified for the state championship tournament. Never in the history of the program. So, this could be the year for them. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here at least. And there is strike free. 5 straight strikeouts for Elizabeth Geisher. The Mustangs are literally being mowed down by Elizabeth Geisher. This could be one of these games where pretty much all the defenders for Juniata might just sit down. Might as well. But hey, anything can still happen. We're still early in this game. It's a scoreless ball game here in the second. Here's Ashlyn Klauser swinging at the first pitch. And a baseball chance rolled over. Oh, that ball was hit hard. We do have a junior varsity baseball tournament happening here today over at the baseball field. Right next to us here is Mechanicsburg versus Susquehanna. Over at the varsity baseball field, we got West Perry taking on New Oxford. That ought to be an interesting game for West Perry junior varsity baseball. New Oxford is where our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, went to school. And there's a swing and miss for strike 2. Looking to strike out the side here. 2-strike count here to Ashlyn Klauser. The 0-2. And swing, check swing. Did she go? No, according to the bases umpire, so ball 1. That pitch was way high. And Klauser almost swung under it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2, and there it is. 6 straight strikeouts for Elizabeth Geisher. Strikes out the side here. And we're going to the 3rd inning with no score. You are watching West Perry Softball season finale against the Juniata Indians. Exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the 3rd inning here at West Perry High School. West Perry Mustangs not wasting any time here on a Saturday morning. I haven't been this excited to wake up on a Saturday morning for a 10 o'clock game since I was 10 years old, or since I was like 6 or 7 years old, getting ready for the newest episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, Saturday mornings, not as awake as I used to be growing up. So here we go. 9-1-2 here stood up for Juniata. And here is Cheyenne Kirk swinging at the first pitch, and she's going to get to first. The throw gets away, but it's going to result in a bunt single for Cheyenne Kirk. Second hit of the game for Juniata. The throw did get away for Alexa Furvick right there at first base, but that's not going to result in an error. I think Kirk would have been safe either way. So here we go, back to the top of the lineup for Juniata. Here is Reagan Lowry. Popped out to Jada Swarner at second base, her first time, so she's over 1. Top of the third inning here, and it's ball 1 here to Reagan Lowry. And so here is the next pitch, and that is in there for call strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Reagan Lowry. Now, good time to answer our West Platte Pirate trivia question of the game, our last trivia question of the 2022-23 school year. When was the last time a softball team from District 3 and District 6 won a state championship in the same year? That was back not too long ago, back in 2018. In AAA, from District 6, Phillipsburg's Osceola won the state championship, and for District 3, they had 2 state champions out of District 3. One was Lampere Strasburg in Class 5A and Upper Dauphin in 2A. Two balls and a strike here to Lowry, and there's ball 3 in the dirt. And, they actually call it ball 4. And the scoreboard said 3 and 1, but no, I guess that's ball 4. So rounds at first and second now with nobody out. A base hit and a walk now. And here comes Elizabeth Geisher. 6 strikeouts for Elizabeth Geisher already. And here is the first pitch to her. Ball gets away, drops down by Molly Nelson, and now a throw gets away from third, but luckily Lauren Foster was right there. So the ball won't get further away. So that's going to result in a pass ball. Reagan Lowry goes over to third, or excuse me, Cheyenne Kirk goes over to third. And Reagan Lowry goes over to second on the pass ball. And there's the ball to Geisher, 2-0. The 2-0, and down low for ball 3. This could be the big inning that Juniata has been waiting for. Runners at second and third here with nobody out, and 3-0 count to Geisher. Alexia Franz is coming up. And there is a strike. Strike 1 called. 3-1. The 3-1, and that's down low. That's got to be ball 4. So now the bases will be full of Indians here. And bases low with nobody out, coming up here for Alexia Franz. She walked her first time up, so no official at bat for her. And we're going to have another pinch runner here for Geisher. And just as to be expected, Kaylin Brown is going to be pinch running over at first base. Scoreless ball game, but that could change here in a matter of moments, as Alexia Franz has the bases loaded with no buyout, and there is ball 1. Addie Wiest having trouble finding the strike zone now. Get up a leadoff base hit and then back-to-back walks to make the bases loaded. A 1-0 from Wiest is grounded and passed. He'll loop for a shortstop, and this will be a base hit. 1 run comes across the score, and the Juniata Indians score a second run to make it 2-0 for the Juniata Indians. A 2-run single for Alexia Franz. And first pitch here is got to be popped out, and nice running grab. And now throw to second, trying to get a double play. as Brown was far off the bag. But the throw gets away. So that's a pop on Savannah Marshall. Now 0 for 2. And that is the first out of the inning. And there is a ball here to Shaylin Armstrong. She grounded out to Taylor Luke for her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Savannah Marshall just popped out to Carly Clinton at first. She's now over 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. And there's a swing and a miss from Armstrong. 1-1. Kevin Brown pinch running for Elizabeth Glazier is at second. And Alexia Franz gave the Indians a 2-0 lead. Here's a rip out to left field. Lauren Foster knocks it down. And Brown routing third, and she will score. It is a 3-0 ball game. And an RBI single for Shaylin Armstrong. Alexia Franz going over to second on the head. And so here comes Sophie Smith. Designated player, ground out to Taylor Luke for her first time up. 1-0 here. Sophie Smith had a 2-0 count when she hit the ball. So good hitter's count, that's what she looks for. And here she swings and gets this ball out of play for strike 1. Juniata Indians, their next game will be on Monday in the Tri-Fire League semifinals. They will be hosting the Susquehanna Blackhawks. Their second time in 3 games. And here's a ground ball, bad hop for Carly Cleanan, and still gets the out at first. Nice job sticking with it for Carly Cleanan, the senior third baseman, going to Lancaster Bible next year to play softball. And there are 2 away here. Both runners advance to Alexa Franz goes over to third. Shaylin Armstrong to second. 2 outs here, 2 runners in scoring position. Here for Ava Lawfer. She swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Lawfer grounded out to Taylor Luke for her last time up, so she's 0 for 1. Taylor Luke had 3 straight plays for his 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And there is ball 1. The first time through the lineup, it's relatively easy for the pitchers. But then you get through the second, you get through the lineup for the second time. That's when the teams become more dangerous. They start getting more used to the way each pitcher throws. And there is strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 2 outs with 2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strike count here for Ava Lawfer. Here's the 1-2 from Addie Weist. And swing, ground ball, Carly Cleanan hangs on to it, throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. The Juniata Indians scoring 3 runs there after having a base load with nobody out. We're going to the bottom of the third, a 3-0 lead now for Juniata. Back here now for the bottom third, the Juniata Indians scoring 3 runs on 2 hits in the third inning. And so here we go, the West Prairie Mustangs 7 up A leadoff base hit for Emily McCurdy, but then ever since then, every West Prairie Mustang has struck out. 6 straight strikeouts for Elizabeth Glazier. And here is Carly Cleland, the senior third baseman. Showing bunt right there, pulls it back for ball 1. And there is ball 2. This is the first time for Glazier to be behind in the count 2-0. And good hitters count here for the senior third baseman. Showing bunt, and that is... What is that? That was a strike, apparently. 2-1. Yeah, we just got confirmation from our umpires that it's 2-1. That's what Glazier looking to keep this going. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Already about to see 7 straight strikeouts from Elizabeth Glazier. 2-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. 7 straight retired on a strikeout. The last 5 batters went down swinging. The first 2 strikeouts were from Lauren Foster and Taylor Luford. They went down looking. And there's 1 out. Now the number 9 hitter, Jada Swarner. And she gets the bunt and pops it up. So that will at least end the streak of strikeouts. But it's popped up and caught by the third baseman, or first baseman, Mackenzie Leiter. And there are 2 away now. Back to the top of the lineup, Emily McCurdy, the only base runner for the Mustangs so far. She had an infield single, and the third baseman is really in. Savannah Marshall expecting another bunt. Same thing goes for the first baseman, Mackenzie Leiter. And it's 0-1 here to the senior Emily McCurdy. And a bunt goes down here to Elizabeth Glazier. First throw to first in time. Bang, bang play. And that is 9 straight retired by Elizabeth Glazier. Last 2 didn't go down on strikeouts. But it's another quick inning for the Mustangs. We're going to the 4th inning. A 3-0 lead for Juniata Indians. We are back here now for the 4th inning already here in this one. The West Prairie Mustangs only with 1 hit, and that was from Emily McCurdy to lead off the bottom of the 1st inning. So here we go with the 4th inning, and it is going to be 8, 9, and 1 hitters stood up for Juniata, scoring 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Could they be looking for more here? As Riley Leiter comes up for the 2nd time, she grounded out to Jada Swarner at second base, her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. And here she'll lead us off here in the 4th. And there's ball 1 from Addie Weist. So we were mentioning this earlier. We kind of had a quick getting, so figured we have a little corrections from our last broadcast. We got our coaches mixed up a little bit. A lot of our fans comment on the live chat here on West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We want to give a special shout out. So today we're going to give a special shout out to all of our coaches involved in the West Prairie softball program. Of course, we all know head coach Corey Shelp led the team to a state championship back in 2019. And just a great guy overall. We love Corey Shelp here for the West Prairie softball program. There's a swing and a miss, and Riley Leiter goes down on strikes for the first out. Then you got the varsity assistant coach for West Prairie softball, Denny Wansick. And here's the ground ball very quickly here to Carly Cleaning. Cheyenne Kirk grounds out to Carly Cleaning for a quick second out. Yep, Denny Wansick, formerly the coach over at Central Dauphin High School, the Rams, won a state championship back in 2019 under Denny Wansick. So we're very thankful for Denny Wansick to be a part of our West Prairie softball program. A great guy, a great coach. Probably not an ideal first year for him for the West Prairie softball program, but hey, if we just keep doing what we're doing under those two coaches, we could have a really good softball team in the next few years. Here's a ground ball here at J.S. Swarm. We're going to keep this going because we want to get this in. We want to pay our respects to our West Prairie coaching staff. Ground ball there by Reagan Lowry over to J.S. Swarm. That's a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. And so we also got to give a big shout out to our junior varsity coaches. Junior varsity head coach is Stacy Campbell. Great coach. Nice, fine lady. She was talking to me about my mistake over at the last softball broadcast on Thursday. So, yeah, Stacy Campbell is our junior varsity head coach, and just a great lady. Very excited to have her as our junior varsity coach, and she is assisted by assistant JV coach Katie Brockovich. Great coaches. And always encouraging the players to play well, do some great things over at the junior varsity team. They'll be playing Juniata after this game is over for their last game of the season. And so, yeah, we love all of our coaches here, not just for softball, but for all of our programs here. And we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. For our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year, we have a very special post-game wrap-up coming up here after this game, where it's pretty much what we're calling it, the final thought. Final thoughts from the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. It's going to be very exciting, and thank you for tuning in for this broadcast. Our last broadcast of the season, last game of the year for West Prairie softball. And here's a bunt goes down, and it's a foul ball. Nice strategy there for Lauren Foster, who is leading us off here in the bottom of the fourth. But the bunt goes foul for strike one. The West Prairie Mustangs have been set down. 9 straight batters have been retired. 7 of them in a row by a strikeout before the last 2 batters, Jada Swarter and Emily McCurry, putting the ball in play. 1 ball, 1 strike here after that miss. Elizabeth Gazer still rolling, and there's the ball, 2-1. Elizabeth Gazer had 718 career strikeouts heading into this game. And already she has 7. And here is a call, strike 2, 2-2. Looking for strikeout number 8. Lauren Foster went down on strikes just like so many others in the lineup. And there is a ball outside the strike zone, so it's a full count now. The West Prairie Mustangs getting the count full for the first time in this game. 3-2 here. Lauren Foster got a big pitch coming up here. They didn't get a base runner for the first time since the layoff base runner in the first. Nope, it's got to be strikeout number 8. Lauren Foster down on strikes for the second time. 8 strikeouts now for number 11, Elizabeth Gazer. First out of the inning is a strikeout. And here comes Taylor Lufer. She struck out looking in the first inning. Pretty much the next 6 batters went down on strikes in their first at-bat. And here is strike 1 to Taylor Lufer. Had a couple of nice plays already here on defense for the West Prairie shortstop. There's a swing, and that will get out of play for strike two. Yeah, the weather forecast was very tricky for us today, according to our friends over at ABC Tri-Sound Weather Center. A little bit windy here, not as windy as we're used to here at West Perry. Waste pitch there, pitch in the dirt for ball one. But the weather has held up pretty nicely here. Hope I'm not jinxing myself here. And here's the 1-2. And just misses. And it's 2-2. Man, that was close, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. That was almost strikeout number 9. But 2-2 pitch coming from Gager. And that's down low for ball 3. So back-to-back hitters here for West Perry. Getting the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a 3-2, and that will get out of play. West Perry still has yet to get a ball hit out to the outfield. Their one hit, their one base runner, Emily McCurdy, had a leadoff bunt single in the infield. There's a swing, and that'll get fouled back again. Good at bat here for Taylor Looper. Here comes the 8th pitch of the at bat. Trying to get on base is Taylor Looper. And 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Elizabeth Gager. And that is strikeout number 9 for the second out. And here comes the senior first baseman, Alexa Frederick. She struck out to end the first inning. And the first pitch to Frederick is in for a call strike 1. Like normally, for any pitcher facing the lineup for the second time, it gets a little bit tougher. And West Perry has been showing it, but Gager just making it look way too easy. That was a swing and foul back. That's strike number 2. The 0-2 looking to strike outside. And there it is. That is the 3rd inning for Elizabeth Gager striking out the side. First time was in the first and the second. And now the 4th. Strikeout number 10. And strikeout number 728 of a career of Elizabeth Gager. We're going to the 5th inning here. Still 3-0 for the Juniata Indians. We are back here now for the 5th inning. Elizabeth Gager has been dominant. 10 strikeouts in this game. And the West Perry Mustangs haven't gotten a base runner since a leadoff base hit in the 1st inning from Emily McCurdy. 13 straight batters retired by Elizabeth Gager. And here comes Elizabeth Gager to lead us off here in the top of the 5th inning. Just a fantastic pitching performance. Elizabeth Gager putting on a clinic right here at West Perry High School. And there's ball 1. Right, this game was originally scheduled for this past Monday. But due to heavy rain in the weekend prior to that. Game Pulse podcast Waynesboro to that Monday, and so this game was pushed to today for the season finale, and there was a hard hit, but right to Lauren Foster out in left field, and there is the first out of the inning. Geisher set down for the first time, even though she hit it hard, and went right to Lauren Foster out there in left field. And so here is Alexia Franz. She got the big hit so far for Juniata. She had a 2-run single in the third inning to give the Juniata Indians a 2-0 lead at the time. There's ball one. And here's a swing. Grounded by Carly Clear at third, and for the first, it's got to be in time, well in time, with room to spare for the second out. Starting to feel a few heavy raindrops here. Might have to start getting the tarp out for our equipment here in just a few moments. They will call for a couple straight showers, according to our friends over at the ABC 27 Weather Center. So up next here is Savannah Marshall. And she looks at a high strike right there for strike one. Savannah Marshall 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to Carly Cleveland her last time up. There's a swing, and we'll dab the plate for strike two. The Mustangs looking for another quick inning. 2 outs, bases empty, an 0-2 count here to Savannah Marshall. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Up high, call, strike 3, and it's another 1-2-3 inning. 8 straight retired by Addie Weist. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 lead for Juniata. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. 3-0 lead for Juniata. And the Mustangs looking to end the streak of 13 straight retired by Elizabeth Geisher. And it's 5, 6, and 7 here to do that for the Mustangs. That's Molly Nelson. Will be leading us off here in the bottom of the 5th. And she looks at strike one. Molly Nelson, Addie Weist, Ashton Clouser dude up, and they each struck out in the second inning. And here's a swing and a miss from Nelson, 0-2. And when you face a pitcher like this, throwing 65 miles per hour, a big strikeout power for Juniata. Like Juniata, if they keep Elizabeth Geisher going, like they had her pitching for over 100 pitches yesterday against Susquehanna. Like Juniata could be a powerhouse in the postseason. And here's a pop. There was a pop out caught by the shortstop Alexia Franz, and there is the first out. That's 14 straight retired. So now a strikeout right there, but it's Addie Weist coming up here. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Only 2 hitters through the West Prairie lineup did not strike out in this game. Emily McCurry at the top and Jada Swarner at the bottom of the lineup. And here is strike one here to Addie Weist. I don't want to jinx anybody, but could we possibly seeing a future state champion in Juniata here? maybe this year, maybe even again next year. I mean, Elizabeth Gaysher, she's only a junior, ladies and gentlemen. That's the scary part. She is just shattering records, not just in the school, but also in the Tri-File League, maybe even in the state of Pennsylvania. And there is a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Addie Weist. Okay, here comes the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Addie Weist down on strikes for the second time. Strikeout number 11 for Elizabeth Gaysher. And that's the second out. Might want to have a talk with Elizabeth Gaysher after this game. Like, she just makes it look so easy. I mean, remember, she has 3 perfect games this year alone. She has 2 no-hitters on top of that. It really is unbelievable what Elizabeth Gaysher has been able to do for Juniata this season. This is Ashlyn Clouser. She swung at the first pitch and fouls it off. Seriously, that might be what West Perry needs to do to get back into this game. Start swinging at the first pitch, because Elizabeth Gaysher is just going right after the Lady Mustangs. And here's 0-2 now to the designated player. Here is 0-2 pitch, and just misses for strike for ball 1. Then here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss. That is an even dozen strikeouts for Elizabeth Gaysher. Ends the 5th inning. We're going to inning number 6 already here at West Perry High School. Still a 3-0 lead for the Juniata Indians. You are watching West Perry softball season finale against the Juniata Indians exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 6. We are not even an hour into this game, and we're already in inning number 6 here. As this has been a good defensive game. The Juniata Indians, their big inning was in the 3rd inning when they scored 3 runs, and that is the difference right now in this ball game. And on top of that, you got Elizabeth Gaysher mowing down these West Perry Mustangs. 15 straight retired since giving up a leadoff base hit from Emily McCurdy in the 1st inning. And so here we go as Shaylin Armstrong, the center fielder for Juniata, looks at ball 1 in the dirt. Armstrong 1 for 2. She had an RBI single in the 3rd to make it a 3-0 ball game. And here's a swing, line drive, and Lauren Foster makes the underhand grab, and Lauren Foster records the 1st out. That's now 9 straight retired by the West Perry Mustangs here. So you got 9 down in a row for Juniata, 15 down in a row for West Perry. And up next here is Sophie Smith. Juniata scoring 3 runs on 3 hits so far in this game. And the last 9 batters for Juniata has went down in order. For Addie Weist, she has 3 strikeouts for the West Perry Mustangs. And so here is Sophie Smith getting the first pitch off play. Smith 0 for 2. 2 groundouts, 1 to Taylor Looper in the 2nd, and 1 to Carly Cleveland at 3rd base back in the 3rd. And the 0-1 pitch is down low for ball one. Comes the 1-1 pitch from Wiest, and that's hit hard, but well foul for strike two. Looking to make it 10 in a row for Ida Wiest. Here is 1-2 and just misses for ball two. There's the swing on 2-2, popped up, and it's got to be caught by Taylor Lufer, and that is the second out of the inning. I did mention this before for Juniata. Like, they do get their moments on offense, but not a very powerhouse offense here. But that really doesn't matter. They have a great pitcher like Elizabeth Gaisher. And like I said before, one run could be all it takes here to win this game for either of these teams. But Juniata with a 3-run third inning right now is the difference maker. This is Ava Loffer. She looked at ball one on the first pitch. Loffer, she's 0 for 2 with two groundouts. Just like Sophie Smith. First ground out to Taylor Lufer in the second, and a ground out to Corey Cleland to end the third inning. 2-0 now to Loffer. And there is ball three. So now the Mustangs are in danger of giving up their first base runner since the third inning. 10 straight set down in a row by the West Prairie Mustangs. And now a 3-0 count here to Ava Loffer. A 3-0 is in right at the corner for strike one. Only one Juniata player got the count full, and that was Savannah Marshall back in the first inning. She struck out looking in that at bat. And there's call strike two the second time. A Juniata softball player getting the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good bounce back there for Addie Wiest. Starting the up at 3-0. Now it's 3-2. Let me get out of this inning. Here's 3-2, and this is popped up. Out towards shallow right field. Shay Dyer's going to make the grab, and that will retire the side. 11 straight retired by the West Prairie Mustangs. We are going to the bottom of inning number 6. Still 3-0. The West Prairie Mustangs looking to get some base runners here. We just realized that we forgot to reset the inning or scoreboard here in the last half inning, but we are correct here as we are in the bottom of inning number 6. And the West Prairie Mustangs, 8-9-1 hitters stood up for West Prairie as the senior third baseman, Carly Cleland, Lancaster Bible commit, is going to lead us off here in inning number 6, looking to get on base. For the West Prairie Mustangs, the Mustangs have been mowed down. Only one hit, one base runner. And that was from a leadoff bunt single from Emily McCurdy in the first inning. And here's 0-1. And showing bunt, pulls it back, strike 2. Once again, we have a very special post-game wrap-up cover-up for you after this game. For our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year. We hope you can stick around for that. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2. And upstairs. And there's ball 2. And here comes the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Corey clearing down on strikes. That's 3 straight strikeouts. And a Baker's dozen. Strikeout number 13 for Elizabeth Gazer. She had 17 strikeouts yesterday against Susquehanna. And she is on pace to doing that here again. Here comes Jada Swarner now. One of 2 West Prairie softball players to put the ball in play. Actually, one of 3 now, actually. Jada Swarner popped out to first base her first time up. There she swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. And there is ball 1. 1-1 the count here to Jada Swarner. And there is ball 2. If it weren't for Emily McCurdy, Elizabeth Gazer would have been 4 outs away right now from throwing a perfect game. Her 4th one this year. But it's not going to be a perfect game or no hitter, thanks to Emily McCurdy. And there is ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike now to Jada Warner. Here's the 3-1 and a swing and a miss. And the count is now 4-3-2. Jada Warner just became the 3rd batter for West Prairie to get the count full. The other 2, Lauren Foster and Taylor Lufer. And here's a swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts. Strikeout number 14 for the 2nd out. Yeah, I don't think it's really going to be a surprise who is going to be our West Prairie Athletic Park player of the game. In fact, we're already going to announce it right now. It's going to be Elizabeth Gazer with 14 strikeouts. Only giving up 1 hit. Just putting on a clinic right now here at West Prairie. So here's Emily McCurdy, the only base runner for West Prairie in this game after a leadoff bunt single in the 1st inning. And there she swings at the first pitch for strike 1. That's 1, a soft hit on the first, and for the first, not going to be in time, and gets away. Emily McCurdy all the way to 2nd, and it's going to be a base hit followed by an error. And Emily McCurdy is going over to 2nd. So that finally ends the streak. That finally ends the drought for West Prairie softball. Getting a runner on base. A base hit followed by an error. Error on the 3rd baseman, Savannah Marshall. And here's Lauren Foster. Down on strikes twice in this game. And there's ball 1. So first error of the game. And puts the Mustang Emily McCurdy in scoring position. Here's a swing and miss, strike 1. 1-1 count here to Lauren Foster, and she swings at that one, strike 2. Looking for strikeout number 15. And here it is. And here's a pop-up, and that is going to go out of play. Still 1-2 to Lauren Foster. There's a swing and miss at the high fastball, strikeout number 15, and that will end the inning. Through 6, the Juniata Indians have a 3-0 lead heading to inning number 7. We'll be right back for the last inning of the 2023 season for West Prairie softball. We'll be right back. Back here now for inning number 7, our last inning of the season for West Prairie softball. But there is still a chance for the Mustangs, as Juniata hasn't produced a lot of offense here in this game. All 3 runs coming in the 3rd inning. So Juniata will be looking for some insurance runs. 8-9-1 here stood up for the Juniata Indians as Riley Leiter comes up to bat to start us off here in inning number 7. This game is going by pretty quick, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11:04 right now. This game started at 10 this morning. And here is ball 1. Addie Weist. Addie Weist is still pitching for the Mustangs, looking for a complete game, despite an incredible effort for the West Prairie Mustangs here, looking for a huge upset. But the 3rd inning was the big one for Juniata. Here's 1-0. There's a grounder. And Lexa Ferrick has to hurry, and she will get there. Lexa Ferrick showed off her speed, muffed the ball a little bit, popped up and caught it herself, then go on to first. And there is the first out. That's now 12 straight retired by Juniata. Even though they've been hitting the ball well, they've been going right to a West Prairie defender. So 12 straight retired since the 3rd inning. And here's Cheyenne Kirk. 1 for 2. She had a leadoff base hit in the 3rd and let her carry out a score. And the 1-0 is squared to Corey Cleveland. Gonna make a quick throw and save at first is Cheyenne Kirk. So Juniata gets their first base runner since the 3rd inning. And it's a base hit. Base hit number 4 for the Indians. And back to the top of the lineup now for Reagan Lowry. Couple big heavy raindrops are coming down here at West Prairie. And so here's the first pitch swing from Reagan Lowry. And it's foul after plate for strike 1. Lowry 0 for 2. She walked into the 3rd inning and came around to score. Other than that, she popped out to J.S. Warner second in the 1st and ground out to J.S. Warner in her last plate appearance. The 0-1 is up high for ball 1. Count even 1 ball on the strike. One out here with a runner on first. And here is the 1-1, and that's up high for ball 2. Season finale today for the West Prairie Mustangs. And Juniata will be back in action on Monday in the Tri-Fighter League semifinals. And here's a ground ball over to Corey Cleveland, and Frost got to be in time. That will bring Elizabeth Gazer up to bat. Cheyenne Kirk goes over to second. And so run on second here with 2 outs for Elizabeth Gazer. Hit it hard her last time up, but lined out to Lauren Foster out in left field her last time up. So she's 1 for 2 with a base hit in the first and walked in the third inning, carrying around the score. And there's strike one. There's the 0-1 as swing hit hard out to center field, base hit. Out in the curve, rolling to the plate, and throw is on target. But Riley's going to come across the score. Big insurance run for Elizabeth Glacier makes it 4-0 for Juniata. Eventually, it's an RBI double for Glacier, the first extra base hit of this game. And it goes for an RBI. So once again, we'll have Kaylin Brown pinch running at second for the pitcher, Elizabeth Glacier. And here comes Alexia Franz. She had the big hit of the game so far. She had a 2-run single in the third inning to make it a 2-0 lead at the time. Now 4-0. Franz has a chance for another RBI here, and there's strike one. Franz 1 for 2. She walked in the first inning. The 2-run single in the third, and she grounded out to Carly Clinton her last time up in the fifth. There's a swing and pass Corey Cleveland. Lauren Foster is going to have a play at the plate, and throw is going to be well in time, and that is definitely off the base pad. What is she doing? This is an out no matter what. And so a great throw for Lauren Foster. It's going to be a base hit for Alexia Franz. But that will end the inning. A great throw by Lauren Foster. Gets the runner kind of out at the plate. And so that prevents a run, but the damage has been done. The Juniata Indians scoring an insurance run. Bottom of the seventh, last chance come up for the Mustangs of the 2023 season, down by 4, heading to the bottom of the seventh. Bottom of the seventh inning, the Juniata Indians, 4 runs on 6 hits through 7 innings. So the Mustangs will look for 4 runs in the 7th to keep this game going, or perhaps get a walk-off win against Elizabeth Glacier, who has been red hot. Our West Park Athletic player game facing Taylor Lufer. Swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off, and now she looks at strike 2. She has 15 strikeouts, and here is Sweet 16. 16 strikeouts for Elizabeth Glacier. She had 17 yesterday against Susquehanna. She could do that here again, or perhaps strike out the side for 18 strikeouts. And here comes Alexa Frederick, her last at-bat as a West Prairie softball player. She's down on strikes twice in this game. And there is strike one to Alexa Frederick. Alexa Frederick, a great athlete here at West Prairie, great goalkeeper for the West Prairie field hockey team, and a great basketball player as well. And there she swings and taps it, caught by the catcher, and it's 0-2 to the senior Alexa Frederick. Emily McCurdy, 2 for 3, the best offensive player for West Prairie. And here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Still 0-2. And here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And just like yesterday, Elizabeth Gaisher has 17 strikeouts. And the Mustangs are down to their final out of the season. And it's Molly Nelson. 0 for 2. 1 strikeout. She popped out to the shortstop Alexia Franz her last time up. One of the few West Prairie Mustangs to put the ball in play. There she swings and fouls it back for strike 1. 17 strikeouts for Elizabeth Gaisher. And looking for 1 more to end the regular season. The 0-1. It's up high. Count even at 1 ball and a strike. Again, we encourage everyone to stick around for a very special post-game wrap-up, our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year. And there is ball 2. Just missing is Elizabeth Gaisher. The 1-2-1 is foul back, and the Mustangs are down to their final strike. Two balls, 2 strikes to Molly Nelson, the West Prairie catcher. Here's the 2-2 and hit in the air, and that will get out of play. Still 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. 18 strikeouts for Elizabeth Gaisher. And that wraps up the season for West Prairie softball. 4-0 the final. 18 strikeouts for Elizabeth Gaisher. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes for the post-game wrap-up for the last time of the 2022-23 school year. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in less than 2 minutes. We are back here now for the final time in the 2022-23 school year. The post-game wrap-up officially underway. As you can see on the top of your screen, the Juniata Indians 4-0 the final. A dominant performance, not so much on offense. The Juniata Indians scoring 3 runs in the 3rd inning, and a big insurance run thanks to an RBI double from Elizabeth Geisher in the 7th inning. And the season officially over for the West Prairie softball team. West Prairie softball had a couple of big wins. Three wins in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, getting a big win against Greenway in the Perry County tournament. And just I wouldn't say it's not a terrible season because the West Prairie Mustangs, they played well. They really did. And it's just really tough to be a Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Like before in 2019, when you were in the Cowboy Division, you faced teams that were more on their level. But the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, very tough division. And I'm pretty sure that the varsity assistant coach, Danny Wansick, knows all about that. He was a coach at Central Dauphin, and that's a very tough conference in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Division, where he used to be before coming here to West Prairie this season. But overall, pretty good season. West Prairie done well. They done some things that were fantastic throughout the season. And so it's just one of those seasons where you play well, but the teams that you face are just so much better. And so, can't really complain a whole lot about West Prairie softball season. They played well. They did very well despite their record of now 5 wins and 15 losses of the year. And now Juniata improves to 18-2 overall to end the regular season. They went 14-2 in the Tri-Fire League. They will be back in action on Monday in the Tri-Fire League semifinals against the Susquehanna Blackhawks. The second time that the Juniata Indians facing Susquehanna, second time in 3 games. They just beat Susquehanna yesterday by a score of 1-0 at Susquehanna. They will host Susquehanna on Monday at 4:30 with the Tri-Fire League Tournament semifinals. Final stats here for today's game. For West Prairie, no runs on 2 hits, both of them off of Emily McCurdy. No errors, leaving 2 runners left on base. For Juniata, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, leaving 5 runners left on base. The losing pitcher for West Prairie is Addie Weist. 7 complete innings, has done fairly well against Juniata, facing 30 batters, getting 3 strikeouts, getting 3 walks, and 6 hits and 4 earned runs in a complete game effort for Addie Weist. And the winning pitcher is our West Prairie Athletic player of the game, Elizabeth Geisher. 7 complete innings, facing 23 batters and striking out 18 of them, and only giving up 2 hits in a complete game shutout. And sadly for West Prairie softball, this is the last game of the careers of our 3 seniors, Alexa Frederick, Emily McCurdy, and Carly Cleland. Their last time playing, and we see the West Prairie softball team acknowledging the 3 seniors, hugging them out. Great years for those 3 seniors, Alexa Frederick, Emily McCurdy, and Carly Cleland, and we wish all 3 of them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last broadcast of the 2022-23 school year for West Prairie Athletics. In the last week, people have been contacting me about the future of West Prairie broadcasting now that the COVID-19 pandemic is officially over. Back on May 5th on Cinco de Mayo, the World Health Organization officially announced that COVID-19 is no longer a global threat to the world, and so COVID-19 is officially over. In this very special post-game wrap-up, I am here to explain that situation, but first I want to go over a few numbers. Ever since we started broadcasting our varsity events in 2020, I am pleased to announce that the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel has received over 116,000 views with over 2,000 subscribers. We want to thank everyone for tuning in the last 3 years. That is more viewers than I got in 4 years when I was working with Havencast, our sports broadcasting club at Rock Haven University. I want to thank all of our viewers, even if you just watched for a little bit, for making West Prairie Broadcasting a huge success. Earlier this year, I have received national attention for the way I call some big plays. In fact, it happened twice. We all know that ESPN Sports Center does a top 10 plays every single day. While I'm still waiting to see a top 10 play from our West Prairie athletic programs, I was featured twice this year on a different kind of top 10. STAA, the Sportscasters Talent Agency of America, is a company that helps sportscasters like me find jobs in bigger markets like the Big Ten Network and ESPN. Every week, they do a top calls of the week when it's not about the moments or the plays, but they rank sportscasters from all over the country on how they make the calls on specific plays. I was featured twice on that list this year. The first time was when Jackson Rush got the win in the last match in a wrestling match against Bowling Springs to finally beat the Bubblers. That call was ranked number 8 that week. The second call of the week I had was earlier this spring when we were broadcasting the Perry County softball tournament over at Newport in the semifinal against Greenwood on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. The play was when Taylor Lufer dived for a ball and caught it in midair and then threw it over to first to get a runner out at first base for an outstanding double play. That call that I had was ranked number 1 in the entire country, but somehow still didn't make it to the Sports Center top 10. I have received interest from other teams to start broadcasting their games, but I turn them down for only one reason. It is possible, just like every year, that next year might be my last year as the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. But I want to say right now that I refuse to go anywhere until I know that sports broadcasting at West Prairie School District keeps going. I am certain that there are interested students at West Prairie that would love to be a part of what we do here for West Prairie Sports Broadcasting. That is why I am planning on running a sports broadcasting club at West Prairie next year, so we can have some students involved for all those who are interested. All I need is a certified teacher to supervise the club, and I have a good idea on who that might be, but I won't announce who that will be until that becomes official. The last 3 years have been the best years of my life, but the only problem with that is that they go by so quick. There are so many people that I want to thank right now. First, I have to thank the boss man, the athletic director, Mr. Ryan Anderson, for being a good sport and making sure that I am always ready for any broadcast and solving problems whenever I have any, like problems with the equipment or making lineups or rosters. He is the man who gets it done for me, and I thank him every single day for doing that for me. I have to thank my family for always being supportive and tuning in every now and then. They don't tune in every single then, but I hope they're tuning in right now. I hope they are watching right now. I have to thank the West Prairie coaches, all of them, in every single program, for their ongoing support and providing statistics whenever I ask for them. Corey Schultz always does well. West Prairie head coach for baseball, Jeff Stano, always does well. Bob Bowden does well for me when for football, especially for Devin Whitfield, who is their stats man. Tom Smee for basketball, and whenever I ask stats, they get them for me. So I'm very thankful for that. And I have to thank all the student athletes, every single one of them. No matter what sport they play in, if they play 1, 2, or 3 sports, I have to thank all the student athletes for making my job more enjoyable. And of course, I have to thank Mustang Nation, all of our viewers, for your ongoing support with all the surprise gifts that you've given me for the last 3 years, even though I never asked for them. And thank you all for tuning in to make West Prairie Broadcasting a Pennsylvania phenomenon. To the West Prairie student athletes, I am so proud of all your accomplishments this year, especially to the following teams. West Prairie Field Hockey for having a fantastic season and making it to the state quarterfinals. For West Prairie Football for making it to its second District 3 championship in program history. 2 cross-country runners, Alexis and Alyssa Hockenberry, for qualifying to the state cross-country race in Hershey this past fall. To the West Prairie Wrestling team for having another fantastic season, making it to the state team championships and having 2 state medalists in the individual state championships this year. To the West Prairie boys and girls track and field teams for winning the Mid-Penn Capital Division titles. To all our Perry County Championship winning teams, including West Prairie boys soccer, football winning the inaugural Perry County Football Championship, girls basketball, wrestling, baseball, and boys and girls track and field. I also have to give a big shout out to our 2 coaches of the year, Bob Bowden for football and Zach Kell for wrestling. And of course, I have to congratulate right now for West Prairie Baseball. They had a big win yesterday at East Juniata. They were ranked number 10 in the District 3 4A power rankings and looking very good right now for West Prairie Baseball to qualify for the District 3 4A playoffs. Congratulations to West Prairie Baseball on a fantastic season. There's one more team that I really have to thank, and that is the 2019 state champion West Prairie softball team. When I was living outside of Philadelphia in 2019, I followed the West Prairie softball team, and I saw that their first game was in the state tournament. Was not very far from me. I went to that game in Acadia University when they were taking on Lansdale Catholic, and I figured there was no way for any West Prairie fans who couldn't make it to Philadelphia, and I figured that there wouldn't be a way for them to watch the game live. So I decided to get my phone out, get my tripod, and start broadcasting the first state playoff game for that 2019 championship team. And I started broadcasting on Facebook. After the game was over, a bunch of fans messaged me on Facebook asking if I could broadcast the next game. Even though it was further away from me, I did not hesitate and made it to the quarterfinal game at Lebanon Valley College. That's when I knew that I could do something with sports broadcasting. So I really have to thank that 2019 state champion softball team for basically getting my broadcasting career started. There are 2 things, however, that I have to get off my chest right now. For everyone who tuned in this year, you may have noticed that I did not have any FaceTime this year. There is a reason for that. I can easily turn this camera around so I can have some FaceTime, so you can all have a good look at the Golden Pipes. But I chose not to do that this year, because to be a good sportscaster, it doesn't matter what you look or sound like. All that matters is that you put on a good show and keep the audience entertained through good and bad times during the games. And there was a day last winter that I will never forget. It was during the Christmas break where I woke up and realized something amazing. To everyone watching at home, I have to ask you something. Has there ever been a moment when you realized that there is something you really want to do for the rest of your life? Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but it just hits you, bang. And you're just doing, this is what I was put on this earth for. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, not many people get to witness that moment. But when it hits you, you feel like you won the lottery. That's what happened to me on December 27th. That's when I realized that this is what I won, that this is what I was put on this earth to do. To be the best sportscaster I can possibly be, and I hope each and every one of you get to do what you are most passionate about, no matter what that may be in your life. I suppose I have God and West Perry to thank for that, and I will keep working to get where I really want to be. I will see you all on Friday, August 25th for our next broadcast when the West Perry football team opens the new school year when they take on Juniata at Mustang Stadium. Until then, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, saying so long from West Perry High School. This has been a presentation of West Perry softball season finale against Juniata, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Power YouTube channel. Final score on this one, Juniata wins it 4-0. Have a great summer, everybody, and I'll see you in late August.